But Muslims don't know that Ibn Masud had different surahs. Muslims don't know.
He didn't have different surahs.
He did.
Oh, come on.
I'll show you the
That's a
evidence.
big claim, you know.
Yeah, I'll
Why
show
don't
you.
people go with that? Why don't Orientalists go with that?
Orientalists do. And why do you call them Orientalists?
Because that's how colloquially they're known.
No, yeah, because it's colloquially known, so people distrust them. You don't believe me about the Egypt thing, and I have to prove it to you.
I'll have to look into
But that's
that.
what I'm saying.
I've never heard this before.
Exactly.
So our Quran is from 1924.
Yes. Yeah, I can show it to you now. The thing is, because I just have to find it, and for the sake of brevity, I can't spend like 10 minutes looking. But I can show it to you now that we're in a conversation. Because I always have to come with evidence, because I know people will question me. I don't like making claims, because I've been here long enough to know that people are going to call me out.
Just you did one in front of us, that's why I was here.
Yeah, I was trying to say that, and what I was trying to say is that Muslims hide it from other. No, but wait, let me finish. No, but let me finish, because many Muslims don't even realize about the different qira'at. So yes, I agree it's there, but I can show you statements where very renowned like Shabir Ali, Yasir Qadhi used to say every Quran is letter for letter, dot for dot, haraka for haraka, exactly the same. Now they're admitting that there are different recitations, but that was never.
Different recitations has always been known.
But that's what I'm saying. That's
always been known.
Can you show me any difference between Hafs itself from the time of Hafs to today, if there is any difference? Can you? Show me within Warsh if there is any difference in dot. Show me.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
So are you saying
you said it's not preserved dot at dot?
No, but I'm asking.
Later, wait. You said that it's not preserved letter by letter, dot by dot. I'm telling you now. Show me within Hafs, okay?
Right.
Any difference? Go ahead.
I can.
I will wait for you until day of judgment.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay,
go ahead.
Regarding the letters.
Yeah. And style of writing?
Yeah, I can show that's in your. It's in your.
Go ahead.
Let me find it. It's in your own Islamic literature.
Okay.
Let me see if I can find it.
Did you hear my question? Yes.
Yeah, that there's differences between Hafs. Between the time of the Prophet.
He's talking about the two.
Oh, Hafs and what?
Yes.
I'm talking about within Hafs itself.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, Hafs.
Reading the writings, regarding the writings and the letters.
Yeah. Because there was a difference between Hafs and Asim, and Asim was a teacher of Hafs, right?
So
right. Let me show you.
And also regarding Abdullah ibn Masud, right?
Yeah, I'll show you that.
If he died upon that belief, if he didn't later retract and he died upon that belief,
yeah,
can you go over this for that as well?
So let's go one by one. So let me just find the first thing.
I hope they're not recording, because I'm literally sorry, I was going to say.
Okay, so here, this is in Al Sayyuti. This is not Ibn Masud, and you can look at the quote. It says, this is in, this is the reference, Al Sayyuti. This verse is.
Why are you showing me Sayyuti? Show me the verse, and show me in Arabic.
Huh?
Show me the verse in Arabic.
But I'm saying look at this, take the reference and find the Arabic version. I don't have the Arabic.
No, brother. You saying you look like expert, and you're showing me in English.
I don't read the Arabic.
Huh?
You know this.
No, but
so I'm saying.
But right?
Anyone, wherever you read, if you just only not copy paste, copy paste, you are like that.
Yeah.
You copy from a video, you bring them here. That's what you do. Now, if you study it,
right,
you will at least see the difference even in the word Arabic, because I don't think that you are stupid. You can see if there is a letter more one letter or less than one letter.
Right.
Me, I don't know Chinese, and if you bring two words, I say to you, yes, they are different, they are same.
No, but I'm saying.
Now, can you show me in the Arabic, because me, I don't care about the English one.
But here's the thing, why would I be able to bring Arabic if I don't read Arabic?
But you talking about Quran is in Arabic, and you said that in Hafs.
Yep.
Wait, Hafs is in Arabic, is it in English?
Yeah, but I'm
Is it Hafs in English?
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
No, but this is the
confused,
but
man.
No, but this is the problem. What your point is irrelevant.
No, it's irrelevant because you are dishonest.
No, but
because you know what?
If I'm saying to you,
he knows that I'm an Arab. I know Arabic. That's why he brings me English.
No, but
because if he knows that you don't know Arabic, he will bring for you Arabic and show you like this. You are dishonest. Dishonest.
Now you see. This is why I don't speak to this person. But look, if I'm saying, I know he's.
Is that Arabic? Maybe you could have showed him that. It's not the Arabic in this.
Oh yeah, it might be. Because I'm just. But all I'm saying is, if this is the reference, you can go and check the Arabic version of this book, and this quote is in it.
Can I just read it? So right.
So this isn't about the Hafs, because I was going to bring up about the Hafs, but he said all the verses in the how he used to recite it are still in here, because you said with Ibn Masud that he used to recite something. I wasn't actually sure what you're saying, but I'm trying to show you within Islamic literature, it shows you that verses have gone.
I want to know.
Oh, right. What happened is he didn't want to give his Quran to Uthman to be burned, because the Prophet said that he was one of the people he should learn, that there was 4 people that they should learn the Quran from. Would you agree?
Ibn Ka'b was one of them, right?
Yeah, and also Ibn Masud. So why would Ibn Masud have a Quran that differed from Uthman if your Prophet said you should learn your Quran from him? It didn't say learn it from Uthman. It didn't say learn from Ibn Zayd, because there was disagreement.
The disagreement that happened,
right?
Historically, the disagreement that happened was Abdullah bin Masud.
Yeah.
He said that, why am I being asked to take Quran from Ubay bin Ka'b?
Exactly.
Ubay bin Ka'b was put in charge, right?
Yeah.
He says, why should I take from Ubay bin Ka'b when I learned 70 chapters from the Prophet himself,
right,
directly? So he didn't want to take it from Ubay bin Ka'b because of his closeness to the Prophet
right,
and him learning from directly. That was the disagreement he had.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. If your Prophet said learn the Quran from him, why would he have to then go by
because
someone else?
Because he himself was an authority.
Yeah, Ibn Masud was exactly.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense that he had to then agree with his with Uthman's recension.
But these disagreements, like I said, they were reconciled, right?
Yeah, but I'm saying, because he said for the sake of the Ummah. But I'm saying it still doesn't explain why the instruction from Muhammad, and you obey Muhammad, obey Allah, obey the messenger. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So if the messenger said, take your learning from Ibn Masud, there should be no one challenging Ibn Masud's version. So just because he conceded, it does.
During that time, though.
Right.
Ubay bin Ka'b was put in charge, right?
Okay.
That's the disagreement he had. He goes, Ubay bin Ka'b was put in charge of the.
No, but Zayd. Zayd wasn't it? Wasn't it Zayd?
Are you talking about the time of which time are you talking about?
Of when Uthman compiled the Quran.
Uthman's compilation, yeah.
Yeah, that was Zayd, I believe.
Zayd, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Ubay bin Ka'b was the time of Abu Bakr Siddiq,
yeah.
Ubay bin Ka'b was put in charge at the time of Abu Bakr.
Right.
As far as I'm aware.
So then what gave them the authority to override the Prophet? And this is why we have some of the, we find the evidence, because even after Ibn Masud agreed, his students still followed his version of the Quran for centuries afterwards, and then
you talking about Ibn Masud?
Yeah.
I'm not aware of that.
Yeah. It's all in Islamic.
Because didn't you agree that Abdullah bin Masud, he died?
Agreed.
He retracted and he agreed with the rest.
He said for the sake of
students can carry on.
Because that's the whole point. The point is he did it for the sake of the Ummah, because his love for Islam and the Prophet.
And does that
remember,
still exist today?
No. It's that we only have the writings in some of the like tafsirs and early Islamic literature, Tabari and stuff like that note what the differences were. Because I'm saying it's very.
I was wondering, regarding this though.
Oh, I do have the Arabic. Yeah, you're right.
That's what I was saying. It was Arabic.
Yeah.
I don't know where he's gone.
Good spot.
But in regards to this as well, do you know if this is authentic?
Yeah, this is Al-Suyuti. He's a very big like.
I know Al-Suyuti is known to have a lot of weak narrations in his works, because he was a compiler.
Yeah.
So he put a lot of weak. Al-Suyuti is known as in Arabic called something called mutasahil, meaning very lenient.
Okay.
In gradings.
Okay.
So his works like Tafsir al-Jalalain.
Yeah.
And this work as well, he adds in a lot of weak narrations, almost fabricate. Even some of them, I believe, he knew that they were fabricated, but he put in there for reference purposes.
Okay.
So that's also something that we need to look at regarding this as well.
I can give the references and you can check it out. But all because
Can I take a picture of that?
Yeah.
Just for my own sort of reading. If you don't mind. 1:15, okay.
And there's Arabic, so.
I'll find the Arabic.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay, and there's another one.
This is from Suyuti again, yeah?
Yeah. Because, and what I'm trying to find is.
Because I feel like the Abdullah bin Masud one is it's like a very common one that people go to, because his disagreement was quite like well known on it.
Yeah, exactly, and that's why I'm saying there was a lot of because.
But no one discounts Ibn Masud. Like Ibn Masud is one of the greatest companions for us.
But that's what I'm saying. These are evidence against the perfect preservation, because the claim was every single Quran. If you go to Africa, if you go to Russia, wherever, every Muslim, and since the time of the Prophet, every Quran is exactly the same. Then we learned about the different recitations.
There's also about like the abrogated verses as well.
Yeah.
Right. Which is also well known in the research. So a lot of this stuff was the confusion regarding, it's either it's to do with the Qira, the different recitations,
right,
or it's to do with the abrogate.
Yeah, exactly. And all this proves is the human element of compiling the Quran.
But they took that from the Prophet.
Who?
The companions. So, for instance, he would say this is the verse is now abrogated, and a new ayah would be.
No, I'll tell you why. Because no one agrees on what is the exact verses that have been abrogated. If I go to any scholar and say, can you tell me the verses which have been abrogated in the Quran? Everyone will have different opinions.
Well, that depends on what qiraat they're following as well.
But just to say, well,
so for instance,
but just say, yeah, go on.
Like for instance, we've got like oral chains going back to the Prophet. Like you must be aware of some of the isnads that are going back to the Prophet with the Quran recitations and stuff.
Yeah.
And the first century manuscripts, there's a lot of evidence to suggest that there's actual parchments as well that go back to the time of the Prophet. There's a lot of evidence for that, but I need to look at the authenticity.
Boom! This is what I was looking for. So I've got it for you. 2 things to answer both of your questions. Yeah. So now look. Wait, yeah, look, Sam. So now. All right. Okay.
Wait.
So it says Suyuti compiled all the reports and narrations that he could gather, meaning he gathered everything regarding the Muslim.
Yeah,
everything that he could find.
No problem.
So I've got a very strong feeling that is even weak.
Yeah, there's plenty of stuff, but you can,
because he put in everything that he found regarding a certain verse.
Yeah, I mean, have a look. And stuff is, if I had more time, I can look for it. There's other people, Tabari and some of these other people, even Ibn Mujahid. He criticized all the readings that you have. Even Tabari criticized. Tabari didn't respect the 7 readings that you have today.
Tabari? I'm not worried about that.
I can show you that. I will show you the evidence. But he said the readings were wrong, the grammar is wrong. So if the Quran was this miraculous thing, he wouldn't have said that, because their thing, when they originally, the Muslims used to look at the Quran based on how the grammar was. They never used to say, oh, this is the revelation from God, that it's perfect linguistics. They used to criticize some of the grammar and stuff like that, and that's how they would accept what reading was correct and what's not. So now we have this theological...
Do you believe that there's some sort of preservation with the Quran until today?
Yeah, it's been preserved, but that doesn't mean, and it's not... Remember, the Muslims' claim was the perfect preservation.
Do you think we have the ability to at least find one chain or one reading authentically going back to the Prophet? Do you think we're capable of doing that?
No, because all the earliest manuscripts, like we have the Sana manuscript, the Birmingham manuscript, and there's differences on those between the Quran that we have today.
With the Birmingham manuscript, I don't think there is.
We have the Razm, but the problem is, again, when you add the diacritical mark, what is the correct reading?
You're with the Birmingham Mosque manuscript?
Yeah, the Birmingham manuscript. So so it has the skeletal text without the diacritical mark.
Yeah, without the diacritical mark.
But remember, so we have.
In terms of the letters.
Yeah.
Do we have that? Is it the same as the one today?
Yeah.
I think it's.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what surah it is. I think it's a surah.
Yeah, in terms of the letters. Yeah.
It's the same.
Yeah.
So there's some. You have to admit that is.
That's what I said.
That is miraculous in itself.
Yeah. No.
Because that's carbon dated to the time of the Prophet, right?
I I think so, possibly. I need to.
I think it's carbon dated to like 570 to 640.
But then the problem is, and this is where the problem came with the different Kidder art, because the different readings happen because once you start adding the diacritical mark, all the readings are the same. They conform to the Uthmanic recension. No one disagrees with that. The problem was when you started adding diacritical marks, the same word can be read differently depending on where you put the mark, and that's where the problem started to come. So that's why with the Birmingham manuscript, it's like, how do we read it? It goes back, it's kind of, I believe it conforms to the Uthmanic. And there's the Sana pamphlet set, the Sana manuscripts, which has an upper layer and a lower layer. And they've been able to use like ultraviolet or whatever to see that there was text erased. And that is different from the text that's on the front. Yeah, I'll show it to you. So Sam, right? Yeah, I forgot that I had zoomed in, but there's the Arabic.
Okay. Still, this is not Quran, brother.
I didn't say it's the Quran.
No, you said the Quran. I said Hafs is Quran.
No. First of all, I was just saying that this was a different point where you said where is. So I'll show you the Hafs.
كان أبو عبد الرحمن يقرأ اللهم نسأل Yeah, you informed me from the abrogated verses. That is not.
Where does it say it's abrogated?
That is not correct.
Where does it say?
Yeah. Then where is the contradiction of the
no, I said
who is missing? Where is the verse?
Yeah, you said. Where does it say it's abrogated?
Where is it missing? I will tell you where is it abrogated. Show me where is it.
Yeah. So it says that we know. So this is saying he used to recite it to us. Abu claimed that Ibn Masud used. Oh yeah, actually this is Abu. Oh, you are out. I didn't even. You said I should read sometimes. He said, where did Abu Ibn Masud recite it? Okay. So it says. So now you can confirm in the Arabic. So I'm going to read it in English.
Look what he's doing. Look what he's going. I said, brother, show me from Hafs to Hafs, from the time of Hafs to today, anything added or anything took it.
Also,
can you
wait.
Can you bring it next week?
I can. I'll show you next. But did you say? Did you say Abu Masud?
I'm busy.
You see?
You waste my time.
See? He said, show me where Ibn Masud used to recite.
Okay. I said to him to recite, he's a liar.
Did he say recite?
Show me Ibn Hafs.
No,
he was talking about Hafs.
No, he mentioned the Hafs. He said when the Hafs from then to now.
To today.
When I also
you said one at a time, so you bought this first.
Yeah. But remember when I said there was a missing verse, he said no. Let me make my point and respond, because remember at the first point. He said, show me where Ibn Masud used to recite, because you're saying, I said in Ibn Masud's Quran, there are verses that were missing. He said, show me where Ibn Masud used to recite it in front of the other Sahaba.
No, we were talking about Qul Wallahu Ahad, Qul A'udhu Birabbil Falaq. Why are you twisting? You are liar, man. You are
so
liar,
what did you say?
You are liar, man.
The last two chapters of the Quran.
That wasn't my point, though. Okay, no.
Regarding his disagreement.
Okay. Yeah, but that wasn't my point. That's a straw man point then.
He mentioned that.
Yeah. Okay. So I thought he was talking about what I was talking about. That's not my point. My point was that
there was. There in the camera, you said properly. They were Ibn Saud. He was hiding verses, and we were talking about Qul A'udhu Birabbil Falaq.
No, I didn't say.
And the brother he bring for you.
No.
The example of Qul A'udhu Birabbil Falaq, Qul A'udhu Birabbil Nas.
But that's what you have to listen.
Okay.
My point was.
Can you please? Can you bring for me within Hafs?
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. No, it's my time.
Hafs and Asim I can bring, because Asim was Hafs's teacher. So I'm going to bring Hafs and Asim.
All right.
Okay. Do you read Arabic?
No. I can, but not this Arabic. I read the Quranic Arabic.
Okay. So I want you to read that in. So this is not within Hafs. Wait, let me explain to you what I'm showing you.
Then waste my time.
Let me show you. See, he's dishonest. No,
dishonest.
No, but what I'm saying is, listen to
anything.
Asim.
They did that to the Bible. They thought they can do for the Quran.
This is why I don't debate with him, because he's dishonest. Let me explain to you. Asim. Now, people will say the Quran goes back to the Prophet through chains of narration. Asim was the teacher of Hafs. So would you agree that Hafs' Quran would have to be the same as Asim, who's the one who taught him? for the chains to be valid.
Assume so, yes.
Right, yes.
It's just a way of inciting.
I know, but who was that?
Doesn't make any
Who was the teacher of Hafs?
I don't know.
It was Asim.
Oh,
Now,
okay.
according to Hafs' own testimony, he said, and I'll relay to what you said.
It's like an accent, you know. It depends on the region that people recite Quran. It's memorized. Yes.
Now, this is what he said. He mentioned he did not differ
From,
with Asim, his teacher, in the reading of the Quran, except in one letter, in the verse 30:54. So the question would be,
Where's that from, sir?
this one is from
somewhere else.
there.
It's a Muslim, Bukhari,
Ibn Jazari, the works of Ibn Jazari. So that's what I'm saying. This is all Islamic literature. So my question would be, if you have,
And is that authentic though?
different.
The thing is, you have to look at this is authentic.
you, my friend, you could.
There's a lot of tafsir works.
It's
probably,
authentic.
You know, in Islamic literature, tafsir works.
He's
That's the most weak.
He's quoting Hafs himself.
Right, okay.
It's not going back to your prophet. So he's saying.
No,
he-
but that doesn't matter. If it goes back to the Prophet or not.
Yeah.
There's quotations. There's.
So how would we
speeches
know-
from scholars
Right.
that are weak to them? Do you understand?
Okay.
So if that's like if you can bring that authentically, that's
I'm saying the information is here. I'm saying it's authentic. If you
Okay,
disagree,
but that's your grading.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you disagree, I would say take a picture of this
Right.
and
I'll
check for
take
yourself.
I'll take the picture of the front as well.
Yeah,
So I'll check the.
because
Just look for it in there.
how if you have chains of narration, how can you say your Quran differed with your teacher by one letter, even one letter? Because this is what I'm saying. In terms of the claim is the perfect preservation, letter for letter, dot for dot, haraka for haraka, exactly
But
the
is that
same.
the best that you can bring though? One letter.
No, but my point is, in terms of you asked me about Hafs and Hafs, so that was the
That's
example
enough.
I had.
That's enough.
Yeah, that's all I had. In terms, you said,
I didn't ask for this.
yeah, exactly. That's all I remember. I had that to hand.
Right.
There- We know there were many differences even between Hafs. I don't have them all to hand if you do your investigation, because what happened in 1924 in Egypt is that Al-Azhar started a process where they threw many Qurans in the Nile, because when people used to do their Islamic dissertations or whatever, there were so many disagreements that they decided to standardize the Quran in 1924, and that's when we had the advent of the printing press. I can show you the evidence. And that's why I said to you, this is why I started, and I said, Muslims, but this is what I said. Muslims, and this is what I meant, Muslims hide from other Muslims what is actually within their own Islamic literature. He didn't know that there was verses missing from Ibn Masud's Quran that are not in today. But people, maybe not him, but people like him, and lots of da'is used to say every Quran is letter for letter, dot for dot. Then you had the whole Yasser Kadi stuff. You don't believe me about the Egypt thing, and I have to prove it to you.
I'll have to look into
But that's
that.
what I'm saying.
I've never heard this before.
Exactly.
So our Quran is from 1924.
Yes. Yes.
We've got full Qurans from the Mughal period, right? Which is like 400 years ago, right?
But that's what I'm saying. I'll show.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro, every time I bring evidence, I don't make any claim that I cannot provide evidence for, because I know what people's reactions are. This is Speaker's Corner. I've been here for a long time.
Yeah, I know.
I know where people are going. Who else brings a an iPad and shows you the?
So if I find you, 1924, if I find you a full Quran,
Yeah.
as letter for letter, like you said,
Yeah, but it would be
today, comparable today, exactly the same, more than before 1924.
Yes.
Do you think if I do
With
that
diacritical.
shatters your?
Yeah, with diacritical.
diacritical
Yeah,
marks.
with diacritical marks. Yeah.
That's very easy to do.
No
That's
problem.
very easy to do. The Mughal period, we've got full Qurans from the Mughal
Yeah,
period in India.
yeah, have a look.
That's still existing today.
Yeah,
That's still being read today. It's
No
not like
problem.
people have got these.
Yeah, it has to be the exact copy, not what people are saying is like.
No, it's the from first chapter to the last. It's
Yeah,
exactly the same.
no problem, because that's why I was saying, like, I'll show you the
That's a
evidence.
big claim, you know.
Yeah, I'll
Why
show
don't
you.
people go with that? Why don't Orientalists go with that? Because that's a big claim.
Why Orientalists do, and why do you call them Orientalists?
Because that's how colloquially they're known.
No, yeah, because it's colloquially known, so people distrust them. This is
I know that.
yeah, of course, that's why they're called Orientalists. All they are is Western scholars who are looking critically at the Quran
But what
and
I'm saying
information.
is,
But they're called.
I'm saying, why don't they still go with that?
Actually, let me just get my.
Just one.
JC, did you?
Why do they
The
go
water.
with 1924?
Where is it? Yeah, thanks. Yeah, go on.
As in the sense of.
That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of things you don't know because in the mosque they lie to a lot of Muslims.
That's a big claim, right? 1924. So why not Western scholars go with that?
They do.
Because if they do that,
yeah.
I don't know,
Why
you debate what you're debating regarding Abdullah bin Masud and his disagreements at that time, and
but academics don't need
But people debate these things. People should just debate. Listen, you're from 1924.
Yeah, but that's one.
But you don't hear that.
But academics don't debate. They just present information. So when you hear, and the debates you're hearing is between.
No, but if you state that in a paper, then that's the end of the debate.
Yeah, but they don't debate. I'm saying they don't go out on public and debate.
Okay, forget the debate. That thesis is proven.
Yeah.
The thesis that the Quran.
Shall I? Let me show you something.
There's a lot of evidence.
There isn't. That's what I'm saying. You've been lied to.
There is.
And this is.
There's the Husseini mosque manuscript. Have you heard about that one?
Yeah, but it doesn't.
Okay.
This is about that one.
Which one?
The Husseini mosque manuscript.
That time.
I don't know the details about it. The name is familiar.
If you could look up that. Husseini mosque manuscript, which is apart from I think there's quite a few folios that are missing because of you could say the paperwork. The paper's been damaged.
So now this is a scholar, but you asked what. So he said.
Where's the blue tick?
It doesn't also have to be.
Oh, you can go and check him.
It could be interpretation of something.
So what Muslims have to do is say, well, because people have memorized the Quran today, therefore that's evidence that the Quran was memorized in the 1st century. No, when we look at the evidence, the manuscripts.
When they say canonical readers, what are they referring to?
Hafs, Wash, like those, the 7 that we have today. So, and there's one about
between them and the Prophet. There's no link.
There's no evidence in terms of when they look at the manuscripts and stuff. And there's one I'm going to try and find you. They all differ. That's what I'm saying. They're not exactly.
No, but the link between them and the Prophet is done for the most part.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why he's saying
there is not going to be any physical.
Exactly. But that's what he's saying is all the manuscript evidence seems to contradict
because it deem as evidence.
Yeah, but let me ask you this. It's like if I ask you what is your name, your surname, your address, and your date of birth, you've memorized it. If I ask you to write it down, you're not going to write it down incorrect. But the claim of the Muslims is every Quran was perfectly memorized by these reciters. And every time we look at any single manuscript, there's always differences or whatnot. So the claim is, they memorized it, but then why were they making so many mistakes when they were writing it down? You would find it odd that they memorized it perfectly, but they couldn't write it down. And there's not one that's perfectly letter for letter.
Doesn't it depend on who's writing it down as well?
But that's what I'm saying. We have so much evidence. You said the Husseini, you said the Birmingham. That's without diacritical marks. But when they put the marks in, all the readings are different.
But the Birmingham one is a heavy evidence.
Yeah, but all that means is that
that's like the Dead Sea Scrolls, the Old Testament.
Yeah, the problem with that. Yeah, but the problem with that is because there's no diacritical marks, and we know that once you put the marks in, that's where we get the different readings, and that's where this controversy had arrived. So that's why we'll say to them, yes, no one disagrees that there's an Uthmanic prototype, which they all stem from, because that's where all the
even if the lenses are the same,
it's not the
word the same.
It's not because
the diacritical marks.
But the diacritical marks makes the word.
The diacritical marks is for the reading. We got that right. But I'm saying even if the letters for letter is the same.
Yeah, but you need the diacritical mark for the letter.
No.
Or the vowelization, I should say. The vowelization, yeah. So a vowel is a letter.
But even for the way it's written, taking out the diacritical marks, I'm saying.
Yeah.
That is pretty heavy evidence.
Yeah, we're saying it's preserved in that sense, yes. But the problem is, okay, read the text.
But do we have anything like that for the Bible? I don't want to start going to the Bible.
The Bible. No, we don't have. We have from the 5th century, Sinaiticus, and Venaticus, and then we have many different manuscripts, so we can compile them all together and we agree there are variants, but we can 99% know what the prototype Bible will look like, looking at the variants. And I can show you scholars who will say, you know, even the variants between the Bibles is normally like one letter here, one letter there, exactly like we see in the Quran. But the problem is, the reason why Christians attack the Islamic narratives is because they were the ones who first claimed the Quran is letter for letter, dot for dot, preserved, and every Quran is exactly the same. And then we later found out, oh, there's different readings. Because even when we ask Muslims, but that's what I'm saying, yeah. But what I'm saying is, when we go to some Muslims in the park, we show them the differences. They say that's a fake Quran.
Do you know what? Do you know what it is? A lot of people don't know, Muslims, they don't know about the different readings because they've only been taught one reading based on. I know I'm not really gonna. But based on the fact that they're geographically where they're from, etc. So if you're from Pakistan, right, you're going to read the Hafs and Asim, and that's what you're going to be taught from day dot.
Exactly.
So they're not going to say, by the way,
are you aware?
This
for example, if you go to Morocco,
find it hard learning.
But if you go to Morocco, they won't allow you to recite the. Actually, I've got evidence. Let me show you.
They won't allow you to recite?
Yes. Now.
Oh, come on.
Even in Saudi, this is I've forgotten what his name is. So you know him.
I've seen him, yeah.
So they asked him a question. The Imam in our mosque, who is studying religious science, sometimes leads people to praise and recites the Quran, a reading different from that of Hafs. Is his conduct legally correct, and what is the legal status verdict of praying behind this Imam? The prayer is valid, but he's not allowed to do it because he's confusing people.
Yeah, so that's I know that.
Yeah,
the Imam has to alert the people before reading it.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. So why, if it was widely,
that's why.
Exactly. But that's what
I think you should have maybe.
No, but that's the point I'm making.
That was in the translation.
But that's the point I'm making. In some countries, they don't allow because it causes confusion, and this has been a problem.
I've seen it in plenty. I've been in.
Yeah, they may do.
Where they state, okay, we're going to recite Qarnoon, for instance.
Yeah.
The Imam will state that before starting, so people don't get confused.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Depending on where you go, and that's why I said in Morocco they stick by the wash, and you're not supposed to read the Hafs, and I'm sure in Saudi as well.
I heard you're not supposed to.
Hafs
that's the reading of the Moroccan scholars.
And in Saudi it's Hafs. They don't recite from other places. So that's why people are ignorant of these things, and that's what I was trying to say. I wasn't saying Ibn Masud was hiding. I was trying to say, why is it Da'is and in the mosque they don't teach Muslims about this? Because then they come to the park or wherever your average layman Muslim will say, we're talking about every Quran is exactly the same. They think every Muslim reads from the Hafs recitation.
I'm sure a deeper reading.
But if you're a Muslim, you know that. Yeah, but let's be honest. You know lay Muslims. Is it fair for me to say that there are many Muslims out there who believe that every Quran is the Hafs reading out there?
No, but if they've not been taught.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. No, but my question was: are there many Muslims just from your community?
Muslims are taught one reading, depending on where they're from.
Okay.
That's it. That's the lay Muslim.
Exactly.
From the villages to the town.
And that's what my point was.
But that doesn't mean that Muslim scholarship is unavailable.
No, I'm not saying about the scholarship. I'm saying in the mosque they don't teach
someone 7 different readings.
Yeah, but
you know what I'm saying?
But this is the thing. Muslims will come and say, "Oh, how many Bibles do you have? Why is it this there? Why is it that?" Your teachers are lying to you because they're not telling you about this.
The contradictions of the Bible, it's a different type of contradiction. Like you cannot, like with the Quran, we feel that we got enough evidence or enough sort of response to withstand any criticism in regards to reading. I believe
but there's contradictions in the Quran as well.
It's a different type of criticism.
Yeah, but and
I don't think that criticism has an answer.
Well, there's different types of.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Well, in the Bible, there's different variants. So the problem is Muslims. Let's establish a criteria. When Muslims,
I've got that long though.
No, that's fine. We can wrap up in a second. But when Muslims approach the Bible, they approach it from an Islamic paradigm, a paradigm that Christians have never claimed. So it's almost like a straw man attack on the Bible, because we have claimed that we know there are differences and we've always been honest about it. And people know, even though you have the Catholic Bible, some have different books and whatnot. But Muslims don't know that Ibn Masud had different surahs. Muslims don't know.
He didn't have different surahs.
He did.
Oh, come on.
He had the
We're talking about 112, right? We're talking about.
The Ibn Kaib had 160. I think I. Let me find out. Ibn Kaib and Ibn Masud had different number of surahs.
Ibn Kaib had different number of surahs.
Yeah, let me find out. Sorry.
But you understand, my
Who had
this
what?
has to be authentic. You know these things have to be authentic.
You can, bro.
Honestly.
No problem. You can
Otherwise, it's just
authenticate.
claims, like there's stuff in the Islamic
That's,
literature.
but this is why I bring evidence, because I've met people like you before that will say, show me the evidence. So when I
understand that you've had the evidence.
yeah,
regarding
now
that.
you're saying, oh, it has to
However-
be authenticated. So it's another layer. So I'm saying, I'm giving you the
But do
evidence.
you not
Don't-
agree that?
I'm saying, don't take my word.
Or fabricate.
I'm saying,
We're gonna
look
look
at
at
the
it
evidence I'm bringing you and verify it for yourself.